Those things are like pit
on
bulls.
an angle.
They're the pit bulls of dogs.
Mate, they're not pit bulls. They're like...
There's some scary toes.
Don't put them feet in my face. I just want to sip the microphone.
That.
There's no beer in that.
Be a bit difficult, mate. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my god. Oh my. You're an idiot.
What are we on here?
Welcome to Triple Three Podcast. Just foamed up.
Foamed up. Couple of great Northerns on the go.
Couple sippy.
Mate, they're unreal Northerns today.
Feeling good.
It's a
Oh my gosh.
horrible day.
Oh my gosh. Funniest story.
The amount of times that you say this,
Shh. No, look, they're all funny.
but is it the funniest?
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. All right, so last weekend, me and Chriso took a little boys trip down to Sydney, and one of the nights, all right, it was out like late, so we got what could you get not kicked out like, but the other club ended.
They closed. They closed earlier in Sydney. They closed at like 1:30.
Yeah, but I think it was just a few of them. The ones down on the front.
Oh, I swear they shut clubs at 1:30.
So we're down like on Darling Harbour, like at those, like there was a few like club bar kind of places down there. We were down there, but they kind of shut early. But it was more just the upstairs kind of closed though. The downstairs was still open.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we thought, we'll go for a bit more of an explore. So we went back into the city, to our hotel. Walked up to this bar, and the guy's like, "Oh, sorry, like it's closed." And Chris is like, "Oh, but," and then pulled out like his card, his Hilton card. And he's like, "Oh, I'm staying." He's like, "Oh, okay, right." And then they escorted us in the elevator to the club. I'm like, "Oh, okay, no, that's all right. Say less. You can come in."
And there was like 20, 30 people out the front trying to get in.
And they're like, "Oh, escorted us in." Yeah, I know. It was it was gangster.
That's pretty funny.
It was gangster.
The things you do, huh?
It was so sick. And then, but the guy, like the security guard, came with us in the elevator, escorted us up, and then walked in, told the lady, "Oh, these guys are staying here." And they're like, "Okay, free entry."
Yeah.
So it was mint. It was
That's
so mint.
whack, bro.
And like, it was a sick
It was
club.
a crazy little club.
It was a sick little club. And mate, coolest thing, like maybe not for you guys, but you remember I was telling you ages ago probably about that anime show that I watched, Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Kimetsu no
the
Yaiba.
outfit on Halloween.
Mate, my Halloween outfit. They played the intro to that song, but like as like a D&B, like a drum and bass song. It was gangster. I was like, "Whoa, this is sick!" And then like I was still there was like a hype. There was like a hype man.
You're like, what?
Yeah. I didn't. I remember you telling me that.
Yeah,
I was like,
there was like a hype man.
Just keep going with
There
it.
was literally a hype man.
He's
Wasn't
like,
it?
and then the DJ's like, what?
No, there's another guy who was
okay.
like dancing and like going, what, bow, and then like
He had
things
like a
that.
full face mask, like one of those scary masks.
Yeah, it was sick.
the
And then I was
skull
like,
mask.
what? This is David Slade. He's like, yeah. It was so sick.
Whack.
And
It
we're
was
the
so
only Caucasian people in that place.
Oh,
Literally. It was sick. Anyway, we left there because that closed after a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, well, what do we do? Like, I'm still vibing. I'm still all right. Like, let's go for a walk. So we went down and we were walking like for a while down to this other place. And we found like the RG, the Royal George, up there. It was cranking. It was going off.
Yeah.
Walked in and then like went to go like find the place. And we're like, oh, like we went down to the pokies and like, oh, no, wrong place.
Yeah.
Went to go back upstairs. Oh, far out, pardon me. Ran into someone, and I was chatting to someone for a while. And Chris was standing. Oh my gosh, get this. Chris was standing, all right, next to us, all right, just like Kaz, like leaning up against like the counter, all right, like just inside the doors. So you got to walk inside the doors and then you meet Chris, all right. And mate, everyone, like literally, people. I was standing there having a chat like behind him, probably like 2 or 3 meters behind him. On like
you're
on the
IDing
stairs.
people. Is that what you're doing?
Mate, this guy was IDing everyone that walked past.
way.
And
They didn't say anything.
He'd sit there so casual and just go, wait, like flick his hand up, go, wait, show us your ID.
And they were just like,
and they're like,
yeah,
oh, yeah, right.
I'm just going down the pokies. I was like, just got to check quickly.
need your ID.
Like, oh, okay.
And you're looking at everyone's
Mate,
New South Wales license.
Mate,
was like, what is
there
this?
would have been like maybe 10 people he ID'd. Just one after another. And he had a queue at one point. He had a queue at one point of people lining up to check his ID.
You had a queue of people.
Mate,
No, I had like a full like black button up and like nice pants and everything. So I'd look
his
the
normal
part.
outfit,
I
his
looked
normal
the part.
outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
But
yeah,
like,
that is
it was
lined
so
up and-
funny because like there was a secchi.
That is whack, bro.
There was a secchi right out the front in like full like fluoro vest and that, and then you walk in, you get their ID check there, then walk in and then have it checked
Another
again,
ID check.
and like, oh, it was so funny, mate. Oh my god, I was cracking up laughing.
You and your
imagine
mate were
it-
pissing themselves.
Oh
like-
my god.
Imagine if like you were like, nah, you're gonna have to leave. Like you're just gonna have to like.
Oh, I was thinking about
Turn
that.
something
That
away.
would have been classic.
Trust me, it was
bro.
on my mind. There just
Oh.
wasn't anyone that like smashed.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
send them out.
It was so funny, mate.
That is awesome.
I could not stop laughing. I was trying to like talk to this chick and that, and then but oh my god, I couldn't. I was just like racking up laughing.
It's
watching
too
it.
funny. That is good.
It was so funny.
Oh,
It was hilarious.
Go
it was,
Chris,
it was
eh?
classic.
The
Oh.
Seki.
Mate, that place was unreal though. Like
It was.
that, and like Dad took us, and he took us to these secret bars.
Oh my god.
All right, so they're called like not say I want to say sailor speakeasies.
Speakeasy.
Yeah, so it's like a speakeasy.
Yep.
And mate, one of these places, all right, it's just like you're walking down the street and you walk in this like normal door that looks like an office.
Yeah.
Like there's a single door, no signs, nothing. Walk up this door, walk up 5 flights of stairs, and there's like a massage place, like sus massage place.
Massage parlor.
And then like
Yeah.
that's the only sign like up 5 flights of stairs. You walk up another flight and there's like just a secchi standing out the front of this just door. No label on the door, nothing. Show him your ID and we walk in to probably the coolest
Oh
bar you've
my
ever been to in your
God.
life, mate. Like a whiskey bar just in the middle of nowhere. And it's like packed with people. Like not a big bar, but like pretty small. Like
probably
kinda
seat like 50 people max.
yeah,
If
yeah.
that.
Kind of like the size of the shaker bar at Mool Bar.
Okay.
And
But it was sick. It was like, it shits on the shaker bar, didn't it?
mate, it was next level. Like you walk in and the first one you see, like the first level
Yeah.
of the bar is next level. Like it's hard to explain. It's just like a vibe. And then you go up another flight of stairs, like there's an upstairs section.
Yeah.
And that was like the rooftop section of the bar. And there was another bar upstairs, and there was the main one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was so sick.
Oh,
up there.
mate. And we're just like, this like little rooftop bar that
Yeah.
you'd never ever find it unless like through local knowledge or,
Yeah,
or
or like, you
something.
like see it somewhere. Because you always saw like videos on like Instagram or like whatever, and it's like people like walk in like a laundromat. They open up a special door that like opens the front of like 2 washing machines.
Yeah.
And then it's like you're in a nightclub.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is like probably even more than like there's no signs. It doesn't have a name.
You just have to know.
No
where you-
names.
right.
Like it was crazy, mate. It was
I wonder how like as a business like you start that, like how you make another bar like, upstairs.
just word of mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And it was full. It was completely
It was packed. Like we were struggling. We didn't have a seat
Yeah.
for like the first
20
20 minutes. And then like we scored like 2 like seats like next to someone, and then we ended up getting a table when people left upstairs. But
Shit.
mate, it was unreal. Like halfway up the skyline in the city, and just like looking at the coolest view in the city, and just like they're cranking tunes. Like, mate, it was unreal.
It was like looking out at that sky tower. What's that tower called?
The
the-
Centrepoint Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, man, it used to be Sydney used to be my go-to. That
That
was
was your
my-
hometown.
That was my hometown, Sydney. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Used to
Yeah,
go to
right.
the city bloody every weekend. Just because
Yeah.
I used to, Dad
you-
used to use
when you were 8.
Yeah, slave me. And I used to do his filing for him.
Yeah, right.
Come do some filing. I was like, yeah, that's fun as.
Filing. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was so I'm taking off these like special clips and then shit and put them in like cabinets. I was like,
Bulldog clips.
pretty much. It was like special file clips. It was
Yeah.
so strange.
It was sick. Yeah, we went to that one, and then we went to another one. All right, so we walked in down this like alley, like with like dumpsters on each side of us, and then you walk and it opens up, and there's like 3 like normal bars, like they're still kind of hidden.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't. There's no signs directing
Yep.
you to them. They're still hidden, and then you walk around the corner. And there's this staircase that goes down. There's a secchi standing next to the entrance of another bar.
It's like you
So
go
just-
to the toilet or something. Like
Yeah.
It's just a random door
right.
down.
It just
to
looks like the secchi's like going to this entrance, but you give him your ID, and he goes, "Yep, all right, 3 of you." We go walk down this like corridor and open this door, and mate, there's a bit cut out of the concrete of the last stair because where the door opens,
Yeah, right.
and then you walk in, and it is like a full like dark whiskey bar. There's like full wooden like
It was
the
like a
ladders.
boxing style
Yeah, it was
Irish
like-
whiskey bar. Like,
Yeah, oh mate, it was so cool. Like darkly lit. It was
when you said it's like, walked into like a dumpster area, right? There was a place in Brisbane that like Kyle and I went to. It was a Japanese restaurant, and Brian's favorite restaurant.
Honto?
Yeah. Have you seen the entrance to that?
Yeah.
It's in like the back of some random Woolworths car park
Yeah, right.
next to some bins, and you walk in this random black door, and then it's like fancy.
Yeah, think of that.
Yeah, but like a bar.
But like it's like you're in the middle
steroids.
of nowhere, like I'm about to get stabbed.
Yeah.
Like it's gnarly. Like have you ever been to like Death and Taxes in Brisbane?
No.
So think like I showed him that a while ago.
Oh, that's the one in.
Yeah, so that's kind of like just a normal secret bar in Brisbane. Like it's just down like a completely random alleyway, and like you're walking through there going, "What the hell is this joint?" And then like it opens up to like the sickest like whiskey bar. And that place is unreal, but it's like that, but it's just in the middle of nowhere. Like you'd never find it.
Yeah, right.
Never find it, and it was so cool. And he was saying, like Dad was saying, like he went there with like a few of his business mates and that, and they went into like a whiskey tasting area. There's like a door that's like probably a meter and a half tall, would you say?
Yeah.
So you gotta duck just off in the side, and you gotta duck through this door, and then you walk into this tiny little brick room that's like, and it's like a whiskey tasting area, like a private room.
Crazy, yeah.
Oh, so sick. And they had all the barrels down there for all their whiskey and that.
They
Like
brew it or
in the
whatever,
back.
or
Oh,
hold
it was so
Mate,
cool.
I
man.
reckon Sydney and Melbourne would be full of it. Like,
Yeah.
you just know that they'd be full of it because
Oh,
they're like
I reckon
the
we didn't even
largest cities.
see 1%
Yeah.
of it. Like, I reckon there's that many secret.
Oh, mate, that was just
bars.
in the city. We
Yeah.
saw two as well.
Yeah.
And they were across the road from each other.
Yeah,
just about.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like, mate, my challenge now is to find something in Brisbane. That's my challenge, and I think I've got a few names. I just got to go check it out.
Yeah. Fair.
There's one that like you walk through like a teacher's closet.
A teacher,
Like a
you go
classroom.
through a school or something?
No, it's like a little classroom, like mock-up classroom.
Yeah, right.
And you walk through the back of like the closet, and then it opens up to like this bar, and I've seen that, and it looks pretty sick. So there's a few that I want to go check out in Brisbane, but yeah, they look unreal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but that was so sick.
Oh,
That was
Devo.
such an adventure. Yeah, well, I mean, look,
I got work to do.
yeah,
Whatever, mate.
mate, what was it? Like it's just weird thinking about how my brain works sometimes. You know, I was at uni the other day, all right, and at my uni, you got to like call these lifts. So you walk up. There's no button like up or down. You walk up to this big, massive iPad in the wall, and then you press the level that you want to go to, and it tells you which elevator to go to, and then you hop in and just go straight to it. There's no buttons anywhere other than this iPad. And like I'm clicking, like I'm kind of by myself. I wear my headphones and like listen to like podcasts or something if I'm like studying or like walking between classes and that, or just chilling.
yeah.
And like click this elevator, and it's like lift number 5, and I was like singing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the crowd, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store. You know, Mambo number 5.
In the elevator.
Around the corner.
No, I was just like singing that song, that Mambo number 5.
Oh, yeah.
I just started like, it's just, I don't know, just things click, and I just
Starts dancing in
boom,
the
straight to
bloody-
it. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, like my brain's just like
Come on, man.
what's that old mate? What's that old mate in that video? Life. What's that?
Oh,
What's
bro.
that
It's
video?
like, tough time never lasts. Only tough people last.
That's the
God.
funniest.
Only tough people last.
I remember Lockie showing us that video.
Yeah, oh, that was so funny. That's such a funny play. But I don't know, like
Tough
it's
time
just like I just
never
pop between like weird things, or something sets me off, and I go, hey,
Yeah.
Got
Whereas, like,
ADHD, bro.
it works with my jokes and that. Like we were sitting downstairs earlier.
Oh, my God.
All right, my auntie's over at the moment, and she comes in, and she was like preparing like a salmon or something, and then she like goes to like hug my sister, and she's like, oh, I don't know,
Well,
like.
first of all, nobody's listening. Like, paying
no,
attention
like,
to you.
they're all talking, and then she's like,
important.
I don't know, like I got fish on my fingers, and I was like, I got nails on my fingers. And then just
No one said.
like, no one's like,
Bro.
and Chris is just like, oh, this idiot.
I've got nails on
What was
my
the other one?
finger.
What was the other shit
What was the other one? Oh, fuck, I can't remember.
Where's the dill?
Oh, yeah. Then she was looking at the salmon. She's like, oh my gosh, like, where's all the dill? And I'm like, I'm right here. Dylan.
Shut up.
I was like,
That book that sits beside you is not good for you. It's not.
Dad jokes book.
It's not.
Yeah, but I feel like
Wait.
it's always been like that. Like, I don't know. My comedy is just peak.
speak.
I mean, it's so shit, but it's peak.
I was going to say, someone who says their comedy is peak, it's not peak. Of
Hey,
confidence.
hey. There's different types of comedy, mate. Whether you find mine funny or idiotic, that's up to you. But most of the time, it's hilarious.
You got to have a child to start saying the jokes that you say. Far out. Seriously.
Mate, I'm going to be a great father. Do you ever think that, like, how good of a father you're going to be?
Yeah.
Nah.
Mate, I think I'm going to be an unreal father.
What? Do you actually?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're going to be a great father?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Nah.
I don't know. I just feel
Yeah,
like
mate. My kid's going to laugh their ass off all the time. It's going to be so funny. My wife's going to hate me. I'm going to be like, telling a joke
I don't think
joke.
that far.
Like, hey, have you heard about the peanuts walking along the street?
They're pretty nuts.
They were assaulted.
fucking hell.
Probably told that pretty shit, but anyway. Oh, mate, there's some funny ones that go on.
Jesus Christ. I just can't right now. I can't today. I can't. It's too much. It's too much.
The dad jokes just come out of nowhere sometimes.
Mate, they do. They just come straight out of nowhere like a back alley.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They come out of nowhere like a back alley.
I don't know, like you're in a back alley. I don't know. I don't know. You just got to I feel like when people like try not, like they're just, for me, half of my comedy is like Mark Norman. You heard of Mark Norman?
Yeah, it's just so dry.
You don't let yourself think about what you're gonna say. You just say it.
Yeah, okay.
But like in certain contexts, like, you know, like I'm not gonna bully someone just and not think about what I say. You know?
Yeah,
it's my comedy. Like someone will like the lift will go number 5 and I go, hey, bup, 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 bup. You know, like I just jump straight into it. Like I don't even think about it for 1 second. Someone will like, I don't know. I saw someone the other day go like, it was written on a note, like someone's coffee, and it was like, order for Tom. I'm like, hey, Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
And you just like, I don't know. Just things just pop up
Random
quickly.
shit.
Anyway,
Oh, mate.
What?
Sydney last weekend. Remember the last night? We were in that bar down at Darling Harbour. It turned into a club. And we were there for like a few hours.
Which one?
It was the last one we were at. I'm trying to think of the
Wait,
name.
on Sydney.
Yeah. We were down there and we...
Oh,
well, first of all, we
the one you lost your wallet at.
Yep.
Wait,
I was
you
just
lose
gonna
your
bring that
wallet?
up. I lost
Oh my
wallet.
gosh, mate.
Did you find it?
Well, first of all,
Tell this
we didn't
story.
say this one. Another situation where we got into a club without waiting.
Yeah.
So there was a line. There was
Oh
probably
my
like
gosh.
a 40-minute wait.
Mate, it was the massivest line.
It was a big
Yeah,
wait.
go on.
And there was a VIP line on the other side.
Mm.
And we were just like, let's see what happens. Worst case scenario, we're going to go to the back of the line where we would have been anyway.
Yeah.
And there was nobody at this VIP line.
Mm.
So we walked up there and we went to the front and we're like, oh, what's the go? Like, how do we get in? And the lady was like, yeah, okay, just go to the front there. And she just let us go in, basically, to where these people were going in. So we still had to pay entry fees.
She's like,
Which is
oh,
what everybody was
normally,
doing anyway.
normally you got to pre-register for this line, but
Yeah.
she's like, oh, well, like it was a kind of younger chick.
Yeah.
So like we walked
Yeah,
up and we're like, oh, like what?
Fitted
Like,
out, we
what's
looked nice.
what's the go? Yeah, we were in our good outfits,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like fresh as, looking fresh in Sydney.
Yeah.
And like, we walked up and we're like, oi,
Yeah.
like, what's the go here?
Yeah.
Like, can we get in the VIP line? She's like, oh, normally like you got to pre-register, but. Oh, look, there's no one there.
Yeah.
All you got to do is just go pay entry fee like everyone else
What,
does.
so you just like...
So we just
Mate,
walked straight
'cause
in the front.
We walked straight in the front.
Yeah.
She escorted us straight over and cut the other people off that were about to pay.
Yeah.
Let us like pay like the same as
I hope
everyone
people
else
go
is
going,
paying.
fuck,
Walk
these
straight
guys
in.
are like falling or
Oh
something.
mate, they would have thought.
Yeah.
They
And
would
then-
have thought that.
Yeah, it was a great night, having fun.
Mate,
there.
it's
So
just
it's
people,
usually
people,
like a...
people just don't have the confidence
Yeah.
to ask. Like,
exactly.
why not ask? All you're gonna do is get shut down. Like, if you get shut down, you got to deal with everything like
Yeah.
everyone else does.
Like, we
But if
only
you
just
don't-
walked over there anyway, so we
Yeah.
would have
Yeah.
had to go to the back of the line. So we thought we'd go to the line where there was no one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And
and,
then,
then what, and then what else?
So,
Like-
yeah, like, we went in. So that the bar is usually a bar, right? And then it converted into a nightclub after a certain time. Like here, some bars here do the same
Yeah, there's a
thing.
place in Bali that
But it was a
I went to.
bit, it was a bit
Yeah.
more like next level. Like it was a bit of a club.
It was pretty
vibe.
sick.
It was sick. So we're having fun there, like for a couple hours, like probably 2 hours or whatever. And we were like, all right, let's go somewhere else. So we left. We probably walked, I don't know, 400 or 500 meters away.
Probably more.
Almost
because we went up the elevators.
Up
the escalators. Sorry.
Or just about back at the apartment. We're going to go back and then go out or something.
Yeah.
Can't remember that. And I was like, oh shit, where is my wallet?
Like we were halfway back to the hotel.
Yeah.
And the hotel was like probably like 2K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, what have I done? Because we were flying back that next day.
Yeah.
I was like, are you kidding me?
You're like, fuck.
Like, what are the chances that it's in that club? Because we walked literally, 500 meters or a K probably. It could have been anywhere that whole walk. I could have pulled my phone out and the wallets came out. But obviously, we just went straight back to the club just to check it out.
I hit the NOS.
Hey?
So I hit
We're
the
on the
NOS.
staunch. Yeah, I couldn't keep up.
With the staunch, and I was like, do you want me to? I'll just hit the NOS and I'll try and get ahead.
Yeah. So we went back there.
We
went inside. We like had a look around. We asked like all the bartenders that we like where we're at, and they were like, "Oh, let me have a look." They went and had a look, couldn't find anything, so they like got the details down, like my details for the wallet and everything like that. And
I gave them my number and all that.
And we looked around for like 10, 15 minutes, couldn't find anything. We were like done. We were like, too bad, it's over. So we started.
I'm still searching around the club, like looking around the feet and that. Yeah. And he walks back out the front.
I walked out the front, and there was like the secchies out the front, and I asked one of the secchies.
The same chick that let us in the first time.
Yeah. So
the same
I asked
chick.
the secchi first. I was like,
have you seen
who
her?
do I ask about like lost items and stuff like that? And he's like, oh, ask her, who was the lady that let us in at the front. And she's just like, oh, what's your name? And stuff like that. And she like went through her phone. She's like, all right, just stay here. I'll be back. I was like, did not think she would come back with it. I thought she was just going back to check in the back for lost items and stuff like that. And a couple of minutes later, she came back.
Here it is, the
she
plug.
had it. She had my wallet, and I was so
And mate,
stoked.
you had like a few $100 in there as well. And it was all there.
Yep.
All there.
Yep.
So lucky, mate.
And she was like, there's a lot of money in there. I was like, oh my God. Like, and then she just ran off straight away. It's like she gave me my wallet, said that and ran off. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, come back.
So he chased her down.
I chased her down. She like ran all the way back and then upstairs. I think she had something she needed to
Chased her
attend to.
down.
Yeah. And I just gave her $50. And she's like, no, I don't want it. I was like, don't give a shit. I'm taking it. I'm going.
Yeah.
But like, oh my God. I didn't give a like shit about the money at that point. It was just all
Thank
the cards.
fuck for having all
the
the
cards.
it was,
were just-
mate,
The hassle, bro. The hassle.
Oh my God.
I could see you were so stressed as well. Like, mate, it's all your cards, your IDs.
It's
more of a hassle.
Your life is in
and
the fucking
a
wallet.
cost, more of a cost
Yep.
to get it all back.
Like all my banking cards, license, bank, like medical cards, everything. I
Like
was
$400
like,
as well.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
yeah.
No.
crazy.
Oh.
Like it was so lucky. Like
Such a random.
I was like,
event.
mate, like if we're gonna turn around, we might as well turn around now. Like we got to go get it. Like it's like be a short walk back, and if we find it, we don't. If we don't,
You never know.
better to look than not.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm got to go to the bathroom. Let's have a quick intermission. We'll be
Another
back
bathroom
soon.
break.
Anyway, we're back. You know what I was just thinking of? Like
Needed
my
a wee.
toes,
Oh.
my toes, my toes are really like curled over, and like all through like
My dogs. My dogs.
my dog.
My dogs.
What's up, dog? My little dog.
Quick-
my little big dog.
quick
My little
interruption.
big dog.
Seen a video on Instagram and it was like, guys, pray for me. My girlfriend just got attacked by 5 dogs, by 5 pit bulls. And this guy just shoves his foot in his girlfriend's mouth.
Oh, yikes.
And I was
Got
like,
dogs in my mouth.
I was like, yeah, smash.
Mate, if you shoved your dogs in her mouth, she wouldn't worry about dog hair.
Little toe hair. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm saying you don't have any toe hair.
I'm not a hairy person, okay? Far out. Talk about your toes.
Harry Potter. Anyway, what was he talking?
Harry Spotter.
What?
Dumbbell door.
Harry That's Zach Perner, Harry Spotter.
Harry
What?
Spotter.
Yeah,
Who's
he's-
Zach Perner?
Throbby.
He's like an EHP lad.
What?
Throbby.
What is Throbby?
Throbby's sock.
Didn't you see that video? It was like,
Mate, I know.
it was like,
Thank you. Maybe you got a
it
little
was like,
Throbby.
it was like,
Throbby's a free
it was like Harry Squatter, Throbby, Dumbbell door.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh,
talking about.
yeah.
Zach Perner. He's
Yeah,
the guy
yeah,
who makes
yeah,
the
okay, yeah. I was like, what are you talking about?
He's a cool
Throbby.
bloke. I met him.
Robbie.
You met him.
Yeah, in Brisbane at one of the expos like years ago.
When?
Like a couple of years
What's
ago.
the big dude? What's the big hairy dude?
big
Oh,
hairy dude.
Hagrid.
Hagrid. What was his
Hagrid.
one?
It was like
Magrid.
no, it was like what was it? It was something. Sagwood. I don't know. Keep going. Severus Gate.
Hagrid.
I mean,
What was that?
Severus what? Right, get back on your toes.
get back on the dogs.
Wait.
Oh god.
Wait, you're not even Severus.
Harry Potter. Ronald Weasley.
Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, I don't know. All through like middle school, high school, like whenever you did like school sport and that, and I'd be running like in my shoes to stop or change positions, I would dig my toes in like that.
Dude, I'm watching him. He's
And-
dug him into the carpet.
I don't know, like they're like
Ripped
you
up.
see how like I mean I don't know, like listeners obviously can't see, but like they're kind of like curled a bit more. And
Like
my
this.
second,
They're clawed.
like clawed over a bit. My second toe in, so from my little toe in, is like it's morphed.
Yeah, right.
All right, from doing that, it's like got like a second like bone. It's like I got like a knuckle. It's like got a second knuckle.
What?
Look at that.
That's a
Do you
normal
see-
knuckle.
No. Look. See how it looks like that bit there.
Yeah.
That's a
No. You can't tell me. Look
Look
at
at
it.
this guy's
look at it.
feet
Look
over
at it.
here.
Look at the second one in. Doesn't that look like see the bit hanging off the side?
You could sell that shit.
It looks like a knuckle. It's
When we're
like, I
talking-
feel like it's morphed because of like I'm always doing that, so it's like grown like a knuckle, so it can grip in properly.
We'll put a photo up on Instagram.
No, we won't.
While
We
we're on the
really
topic
won't.
Whose feet belong to who? Which Potter? Which podcast?
While we're on the
Potter?
topic of speaking about feet, my little toes don't touch the ground.
What?
They just don't touch the ground.
He's that short he can't touch the ground.
Let's just make this keep like they don't
At
stick
it 4
up.
for 11 guy.
They're like millimeters away. Like when I walk normally, they just don't touch the ground.
my toes.
I don't know why.
Mate,
What?
My toes are like
Probably
puzzle.
because you always wear socks.
My toes
What?
are puzzle pieces, bro. They just like conjoin together.
You
Like,
got some
What?
I don't know
What?
those things
Puzzle
are.
pieces? What do you mean puzzle pieces?
look, so they're like. See how they like fold into each other? They like slot into the, the like gaps. See, look.
Mate, it's like you actually had like no toes. It was just a foot, and someone cut slices into it,
Those things are like
but
pit
on an
bulls.
angle.
They're the pit bulls of dogs.
Mate, they're not pit bulls. They're like
There's some scary toes.
Don't put them feet in my face.
Oh my god.
Feed us to lead us.
Nah, that's
Uh,
I'm gonna
what?
put that down. They need to be put down ASAP. 10 dogs right now.
Yeah, you need to put them down. Get them off the chair. Oh yeah! He smacked his foot on the table, and he deserved every square millimeter of that pain.
oh, dude,
You idiot.
Dude, that really hurt my toes, dude.
dude, my dogs did. Anyway,
What was that?
Why did you
Hillary.
slap me? Look at your finger marks. They're coming on.
That was the pit
Wait,
bull.
Chris slapped me in the same
did you
time
slap
when
him?
I kicked my foot.
Oh, good.
Double pain.
Double pain.
Feel it all at once.
You know, like a quick, easy way to get rid of pain is to create more pain somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
this
why I
hurts
did
a
it.
little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Now your feet
Slapped
aren't
it.
hurting.
Nah, I can feel my big dog.
Feet locker.
That's like the mama pit bull.
Hurt locker.
Look at that handprint coming
Nah,
through.
that's a murderer.
Look
that
at the
thing.
fingers.
Those things are murderers. That's like a double homicide. Damn.
Damn, double homicide.
Damn, double homicide. What did I saw something the other day.
Why is there a vodka
Oh.
bottle sitting there?
Oh, what?
What do you mean? It's part of the routine. Pass it around.
We having a good night tonight. Do you want some?
I'll have some.
It's water, isn't it? Surely.
Yeah, all right. So I've got an absolute vodka bottle for the listeners, a litre bottle, and it's my water bottle because I lost my water bottle this week.
Your
I think I
Yeti.
left it on the coast. Yeah, I think it's on the coast here somewhere. It's in my room or something. But this has been my water bottle for the last week, all right? And I get some death looks at uni going, what the hell, man's drinking vodka in a lecture.
Getting through uni.
So I was at the library, all right, like doing my study and that. And I was like doing my study and I looked up and this chick was giving me like a full like side eye, but like going, what? What is he doing?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, okay, I realized. And then I like turned the bottle to face her. I took a sip and then and she's watching me going, holy shit. And then like she comes over and she's like, what are you drinking? Are you drinking vodka in uni? And I was like, yeah, you want some? And she's like, oh, I mean, yeah, if you're offering. And she like pulls it off, like smells it, and she's like, oh, that's not vodka, is it? I was like, no, it's my water bottle. But
I did that
mate,
with
I was getting some weird looks
yeah.
in like my lectures and shoots going, what the hell?
So there was a
I was getting lit.
when I worked in the bar, like at
Sofitel.
Softel, I had one of the tequila bottles. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a little short stuffy one.
Reposado.
No. It had like skulls and stuff on it.
Skulls.
Patron.
And it was like had like a cork as the lid. It wasn't a screw top. It was like a cork. And I used to have that as my water bottle.
That's
and I
sick.
used to like have that in the bar, and I'd just be like sipping on it. And that like home, I'd be having. It was the coolest bottle.
Sipping on gin and juice.
And I just remember I was like, I have to claim this bottle. This is a mint bottle.
Yeah, that's
it was
sick.
too good.
That's
Too
sick.
good.
I just
Yeah,
use
anyway.
a shaker bottle. Basic.
Hey mate, you're getting those microplastics.
I was
though.
gonna say you
I
need to
love
get
'em.
you need to get the Yeti, bro. That thing. This is a game changer.
The
this
Yeti
thing.
is unreal.
Yeah,
It is
game
so
changer.
good. I mean, but if you can't, absolute vodka also works.
It just doesn't stay cold, bro.
What?
The water doesn't stay cold.
Yeah, but
No
Cold-
insulation.
cold water isn't as good for you as warm water.
Yeah, I know that, but like
When you have warm water, it takes less time for your body to heat it, warm it up.
And
So when you
absorb
have
it.
cold water,
Yep.
when you drink it, this can be the
Look at my
today
leg.
years old when I found out. All right, early today years old when I found out. If you drink cold water or any water ever, your body has to warm it up to your body's temperature before it can absorb it. Therefore, if you drink warmer water, it takes less energy to actually warm the water up. Therefore, you feel less.
That's
dead.
why the best thing in the
Yes.
morning to do is to have a room temperature glass of water.
And that's why every time I'm at gym, I always drink warm water. I never drink cold water. Yeah.
Facts on facts.
Fun fact of the day. Same
cold
goes
water.
with.
Cold water is better. It's just tastier.
Oh, it is better, but like it's tastier, but
It's refreshing
warm
at
water is
certain
better
points.
for you.
Yeah.
Same goes with bananas. If you have a more ripe, like a browner banana, the energy actually is absorbed and comes on quicker than a normal banana.
Just gonna eat like a mushy banana, bro. Just
Just a
Well,
couple,
they're actually better.
couple brown dots. That's like peak.
I mean, not
all
brown
brown.
dots. If you're having
All
dots,
brown.
you need spots.
I'll get the banana.
Man, having little dots.
It'd be like
That's mold, bro.
full brown, bro, and then you just shake it up in the skin, and then just
That's
suck
sus.
it.
That's
What?
sus.
What did you just do?
You you get like the full brown banana.
That's just
Don't
a
you-
straight
you've never
banana
done that.
smoothie.
No.
Yeah,
Of course.
You've never done
I've seen
that.
a
You look
vi-
like a brown banana right now. In the white skin.
So get
more
insulted
ripe-
for my dogs.
you're more ripe
I've
on
been
this way.
slapped right now. I'm getting insulted because I look like a banana. What'd you guys call me like a couple of episodes ago? You called me something, and I remember it, and it was fucking insulting.
It was me, I think. It
Yeah,
was me.
you called me something, and I was like, "Fuck you, Chris, dickhead."
Mate, that shirt makes you look like a walnut.
Shut up, Dylan. All right, didn't ask for your opinion on what I'm wearing today.
Sorry, now you're an assaulted walnut. That's funny. Anyway,
You're a little bit crisp.
I keep forgetting what I was
Shut
going to
up.
bring on. Oh my gosh, no. So I saw this video the other day, right, on Instagram of this guy skiing, all right? And he was skiing through the trees, and he skied past this guy who was
Who's
snowboarding
snowboarding?
and stuck down a tree well. All right?
He was like, stuck in like deep
Is that
snow.
snow?
So yes,
Yep, I've
and
seen
that is like one of the most common deaths on a snowfield.
Yeah.
Is like you'll get stuck in a tree well because obviously beside a tree, it's so warm around the tree. The snow is a lot softer.
Yeah.
So if you go say there's like 2 meters between two trees, right? In the middle of those trees, it's all right. You can go through, but like it's like 20 or 30 centimeters either side of the trees. If you go too close, you will sink.
Yeah.
And most ski fields that people like don't understand, there's like 2 meters of snow below where you're skiing,
Yeah.
or sometimes around
And that
roughly
guy
that.
was deep.
The guy, yep. So he was
Yeah, he's like
upside
bored
down,
with
and
just-
his snowboard
Yeah.
was up against the
Just
tree,
like-
but upside
just-
down, and his head was down inside the tree, like
Yeah.
literally like standing upright, but flipped upside down,
Yeah.
and he was inside that. And luckily,
6
this
feet under.
skier skied past him and saw him and helped him out. Had to dig him out,
Yeah.
and like saved him, mate. Oh,
Who knows how long he was there for?
Yeah, who
but
knows?
Surely he could not breathe under that.
But that is the scariest thing, snowboarding, and
Yeah.
I have done that once. But luckily for me, it was me and like a group of people,
Yeah.
and I got stuck in a tree well, and it is the scariest thing you'll ever do. Like one of the scariest
When
things.
you're
I've
upside
done.
down, you can't do anything. You're stuck in snow.
Yeah, so I wasn't upside down. I was like folded, so my ass went into the tree well, and my board was up in front of me, and my hands were like up. So I was trying to like palm and scoop my way out like that, but I just kept going like deeper.
Yeah.
And these guys had to like create a train behind me to grab my hand and pull me out. Like they had to take their boards off, dig their boards in to try and get underneath me.
It's
and then
crazy,
pull me
yeah.
out.
Like it's
Mate, it was the scariest thing because I was there for probably like not very long, maybe a minute or 2 minutes before they came and saw me because we were on the same trail.
Yeah.
Luckily, like they saw me, and luckily there was a gap with old mate in the video.
No gap at
No
all.
gap, and he couldn't say anything, couldn't say help or anything.
Yeah.
I had like a bit of a gap because I like scooped my way a gap,
Yeah.
and I was like help, like calling out to the boys, and they're like, where are you? Where are you?
Yeah.
And I was like
Yeah, could you imagine
panicking,
that?
mate. I
Like,
was
yeah.
full panicking. And like in that moment, all you got to do is try and like calm yourself down. And it honestly took me like
You think
a
it-
solid minute
you like
to
watch,
calm down.
You watch too, like it's people that get like in a crevasse. Like, have you seen those things like in the ice?
Crevice.
A crevasse? No, they call it like a crevasse or something, like an ice crevasse, not a crevice. They call it like
Oh,
I think it's
I know.
it's like it's like
Like
a
when they're
big,
climbing or something.
no, it's like a big fucking
Sheet,
crack.
2 sheets.
Yeah,
Oh,
big
yeah,
crack.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And it's like people get like they'll go skiing and then just like go ski into one of them that's like a bit of snow over it and then just sink and then they go like fucking meters
Like,
down.
what's that?
No, thank you.
When you
Hell
cliff,
nah.
not cliff. When you're caving, what's that called? It's called the weirdest word. It's like shofing or shaboofing or something.
shaboofing,
No, I
Smash.
got to Google this. Wait. Just wait.
shaboofing.
Wait, bear with me, mate. It is the weirdest word.
Mate, people who
Shagoofy.
cave, people who
Splunking.
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 That's what I do in
something
bed.
Else. That's something else.
What?
Hold up.
That's sploofing.
God
No,
damn.
splunking is when you go like cave. You go cave like traversing. So you're like climbing through caves, and they're like this. So you're on your belly, and the roof's like
Bro, have
above you, and you're like.
have you watched
crawling
videos
through.
of
Yes,
people doing that?
mate.
my
That is
God.
terrifying.
I don't have claustrophobia, but that would give me claustrophobia.
Why?
Mate,
Like,
that's-
why?
The thing is though, exactly why?
Sick.
Why in the first place? Like what Chris said. But if you were stuck, like how are you getting out?
You
like
die.
you
You die.
can't.
Yeah,
right?
you just have to go backwards.
What if
try and
it,
go
like
backwards.
it's like there's no turnaround, and like the only way is to keep going forward to get to a point to turn around to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They
Fuck
they
that.
just they know. They just know.
I was gonna say the people that do that are very like aware of what they're doing.
Yeah, they've done it
They're
before.
calm.
It's not like you're going into that the first time.
The thing I've like watched people and they're like going like little cracks and everything, and there's water flowing under them. It's like
Mate, like
me out.
people,
I don't
see
want
the people
water.
that do that
Yeah.
diving as well.
yeah, cave
They,
diving.
they take their tanks off and they have to pass the tank through while they've got their reg in their mouth and then slide themselves through. The closest thing I've done to that was in a ship.
like
I was in a shipwreck
pinching.
and I had to do that. I had to take my tank off and slide my tank through, but it was like maybe 2 meters of very close. But
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like forever, but it was like a rectangle. It's perfect rectangle, but I couldn't fit under with my tank.
Yeah.
And I mean, even that for a moment was like
Horrifying, bro.
pretty scary.
It's like
but
people
I
in
knew I
caves,
was
they
gonna
get their like
through.
regs caught on, or like their airline, or like they could puncture like something, and it's just like, yep, air's gone,
Yeah.
dead.
Mate, like, yeah, that and what's another like really scary thing you've ever done? So that was for me, that getting stuck in that tree well for me, that brought up like, I was like, whoa, I remember how crazy scary that was.
Yeah.
That was so
I
scary.
don't know. I don't really have.
For like a minute.
I
I
like
was in
going through
fear.
like caves and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, but I have a limit.
But but have you ever found yourself in like a really like a kind of like you're panicked, really panicked for like a moment or
yes,
two?
when like everyone like jumped on me and I was under like a pillows and shit like that. I had like 20 people on top of me,
I had been.
Oh, I've done that
I've had-
before.
and I'm like on the bottom.
a moment in like cyclonic, like surf swell when I was out, and I was actually out by myself. There was nobody out there at all, and the swell was, it had to be like 4 or 5 meters. Like it was monstrous, and I don't even know why I went out. Or maybe not 4 or 5 meters. Sorry, maybe like
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
yeah, that's stupid. Like 3 meters max. Okay, so it was still big. It was
actual
like,
3 meter swell or like
yeah, yeah.
so from
It
behind.
was cyclonic swell. It was like 8 to 10 foot like face. Like it was stupid.
Yeah,
And,
right.
Like I went out there and like obviously
Well, 8 to 10 foot face, that's not that 3 meter swell because you measure from the back. So it's like 2 meter swell.
oh yeah, whatever.
If it,
Like-
'cause if it's 6 foot,
3 meter
if it's
face.
6 from the front,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, okay, 3 meter, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair
Yeah.
enough, yeah.
But like I got dumped by one of these waves that came through, and it held me under
Make
for
you break your heart.
oh my god, it held me under this wave, and you just tumble and you get you get smashed on the sand, and there's nothing you can do about
Oh,
it.
mate, I've been in so many of those moments
Yeah.
at Mooloolaba
Yeah.
in like big,
Cheese
massive
block.
swell. Yeah, and it's like low tide and you just get smacked
Yeah.
and you're trying to come up, but
And it's
Yeah,
another
nothing
it's set
happens.
after one.
I was gonna
like
say the
another.
thing is
And
that
that's
like,
the
I like
point.
always learn when like
Yeah.
if I was in the water, I was like, cool, I'm just gonna go with the water, and then you come up and it's like next wave, and it's like,
yeah, but it's like scary. It's scary when you get stuck in a period where you can't touch and you know there's wave after wave.
Yeah.
You have to go under and you're trying to get back in and you can't do anything. You have to wait for the break.
Yeah.
For the break in the set. Like
Yeah.
you can't you have to stay out there.
Yeah, if you
And
try to
get
go
dumped,
back in,
you
you're
get
going
dumped.
to get smacked by a big
Yeah,
wave and
and-
hurt even more.
You know what's so like scary is getting like when you go dive under the wave and then it like you think you're up and it sucks you back in. Have you
Yep.
ever had that
Yep.
before?
Yep.
Mate,
and you're like swimming, and you can just feel it, and you're like,
Nah,
oh,
it's, when it's
It just
too
goes-
late and you just get
Yeah.
sent back.
like
far.
you're up and you go, boom, straight back. That was the weirdest
When
noise.
I used to surf, wasn't never a good surfer, but when I used to try to, I remember we were at Byron, like we're at Broken Head, and then it was like you just chilling at the back and you're talking to your mates and everything, like, oh yeah, like yeah, cool, and then someone's like paddle, and you're like look around, you're like, oh fuck, and you're trying to like get in
Big set comes through.
big sets just rocking up, and you're like, I'm gonna die,
Yeah.
and then sometimes you just give up, you're like, not duck diving this, board
No.
off,
Yeah, fine.
Send it under.
ladders, I'm gone.
That's
I'm
why
gone.
my favorite sets now are in gym.
Wait, what? This guy.
Crickets, where are the crickets?
Oh, do you want our actual today is old that I had prepared?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want.
Okay. Well, it is the fact that gorillas have nose wrinkles that that are the same as our fingerprints. So they have nose wrinkles that are like their own fingerprint. It's like a nose print.
Have you ever looked at your hand and then like,
Yep, I have.
and then, and then like seen like it's like sparkly?
Wait,
but it's like
what?
Like, what?
Sparkly.
Yeah, like, look
Wait,
at
is
my
your
hand's
face
sparkly?
Wait, is
bro.
your hand bigger than your face?
Look at my hand, it's
It's
sparkly.
sweaty, you fat.
J Money. You know, if your hand's bigger than your face, you have cancer.
Really?
Yeah, you should try.
Nah, my hand's definitely smaller.
I remember that trick.
Whack!
So we're basically the same as gorillas.
No, not really. But I mean,
You're a
they
fucking
have
gorilla.
nose prints.
A rummer.
You're just a rilla.
A rilla.
Yeah.
All right,
Rilla one.
you know what to hit us
Oh.
with? You shit.
Ball rilla, skull rilla. Let's get rid of.
Let's get rid of your dad jokes.
No, everyone loves them. Don't ya? Yeah. You know, that's what we need, like an
The
audience.
soundtrack thing.
Bump, bump, bump,
Hit me.
bump, bump.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay. Hit me, he says. Go and smack him.
What?
Hit him again. My son's 4th birthday was today, but when he came to see me, I didn't recognize him at first. It was as if I'd never seen him before.
Before.
Yeah, B4. Mate, you're slow, eh? You're like a snail.
I hate when that happens.
Call me Turbo.
Slow.
Sun shows up out of nowhere.
Wait, what? What?
Next joke.
Next joke. Do you want another one? Probably to calm whatever the hell you just said. My wife told me, I can think of 14 reasons to leave you, plus your obsession with tennis. I replied, that's 15, love.
You're a dick.
What is this? Wii Sports?
I have
Resort?
one, but I'm not one. All right, we'll catch you next week, guys.
Wrap this up.
Wrap it like a burrito. Bow,
Lele.
Okay.
That was episode 35. 35. Bump, 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 bump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 35. See you later.